All right, there are many different useful tools out there that would allow us to improve the security of our Android phones and or tablets. Now, this is a product called Lookout. It'll work both Android and with the Apple iOS, whether it be on an iPhone or an iPad. And it provides quite a bit of features here, so let's just go ahead and open it. First thing I want you to notice is it asked, is everything okay? Right now it's going through and it's doing a deep scan of all the apps that are installed on here for any threats that might be elevated. It's telling you that Lookout is successfully activated. Now there are quite a few different components tied to this. Now what we're working with here is a free version, so you can get Lookout as a company, and it would allow you to control all of the devices that would be allowed to connect to the infrastructure, which is really nice. But we're using the free version for our demo. Now you can do a lot of things with that remote control component. So let's just briefly look at a few of them. I'm going to click on security, and all it's going to do here is tell us that a scan is in progress. So just so you know, by the way, this is your antivirus or anti-malware. This is going to go through and verify that you don't have any existing threats currently on your system. We will go ahead and go back. There's also the backup feature. And notice here that it does tell us that there is a backup. The next one is in 9 hours. There are no contacts currently backed up. That's because I don't have any contacts on here, nor do I have any photos or call history. But the photos and call history with regards to that being backed up, that would require the premium software, and we're not paying for that, not for this demo anyway. So you are well worth it, but you can get the gist without me having to pay money on a product that I'm not going to use long term. So you get the point. All right. It's not that I don't care. All right, we are going through and just looking at a few different options available to us. Now next here we have this, missing device. Now this actually is really cool. There are some nice features here even with the free version. So missing device is enabled. And notice here that for part of this, we can locate our device and we can tell it to scream. So for those of you that have a tendency to lose your phone around the house, you choose that, boom, and guess what? It's going to holla at you, even if it's on silent. And it'll sound different than the kids, I promise. Now we also have Signal Flare, which will automatically save your device's location before it runs out of battery. Now that's very cool. It might be cool if you're like a friend of mine who forgot where he left his phone. We were at a conference, and when we were standing outside talking, he set his phone on a garbage dumpster and walked away. Yeah, and I don't know how many hours later he realized he didn't have his phone with him, didn't know where it was, and utilizing the Signal Flare here, he was able to find where the location was. Now fortunately, and I mean fortunately, nobody had messed with it. It was there. Now if somebody would have had that in their possession, we would have been able to see where it was at that time, where it moved. So maybe we could have got a hold of them, maybe not. Again, always just depends. Now, notice with the premium version, we will always have the ability to lock the device and we can remotely wipe it. So again, the premium version does have some pretty cool stuff associated with it. Now, locking the device and finding the device. Remember, we just had that with the free features of Android. We did not have the ability to scream, nor did we have the ability to remotely wipe free with the additional or with the Android features built into it itself. So that's really actually kind of cool. That's some of the things that are built into it. All right, and the other items you can have are theft alerts, safe browsing, privacy advisor. All of those, again, are only on the premium purchase. The only reason that you would really need the premium purchase in most cases would be if you needed to remotely wipe that device. So these other items are really nice and built into the free version of Lookout. Lookout, again, is just one example of many. We'll take a look at a few others here before we call it quits so that you guys can see that there's a lot of other really good products out there.